welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and I'm here today because I was tagged by Shannon from Another Yarn. And she tagged me in the show us the oldest yarn in your stash tag. And I went diving into the barricaded closet just for this one. I had a specific ball in mind and I couldn't find that ball. So instead I pulled this yarn out. It is the oldest yarn I could put to a particular project that I knew I made and what year I made it because it was a baby blanket. So this is yarn I purchased in 2001 for a baby blanket for my cousin and his wife who were expecting. And I know exactly what blanket this was made for. I have 3 partial skeins of this remaining. Why there's 3, I don't know. I know I held it double to make the blanket. You're going to have to ask Erin from the past. Who knows what she was thinking. But this is the Red Heart Baby Twinkle. I loved this yarn. I made so many baby blankets out of this yarn. It's amazing. What's funny is I was watching Laura from Mad Mimi's Crocheted Farming, and she was talking about some ancient vintage yarn that she was going to make a project out of, and she showed it, and I immediately recognized the label, the Red Heart Baby Twinkle. I have the white one here. I know I used a very pale green variety, and I used a very pale blue variety for blankets as well. Anyway, this one yarn was purchased for a baby blanket that I made in 2001. So, oldest identifiable yarn I have from 2001. This Red Heart Baby Twinkle. And what it is it's a white yarn and it has a marled multicolored thread going through it, and that thread is sparkly, or it's shiny. It's not sparkly. So that is where we get the twinkle from. It is soft. It was fun. It made beautiful knit baby blankets. At that time I didn't know how to crochet, so I've never crocheted with this stuff. Maybe I will. But yeah, here you go. Some Red Heart Baby Twinkle. I loved it. I loved it. I have not thought about that yarn in ages, and how funny for Laura to show it and then this tag to come out and then for me to find it in the bottom of one of my bins. That's awesome. If I ever find the yarn I had in my head when I got tagged, I will show it. It is yarn I learned to knit when I was 10 years old. When I learned to knit, my grandmother gave me a bunch of yarn from her stash that she didn't want. And I have been carrying around a ball of green yarn ever since then. And it might have finally been disposed of, but I think that's the sort of thing I would have held on to. I'm not sure. But if I do find it, I will share it. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the type. I don't know the age, other than I was given the yarn in, do I even dare say, in about 1992. And it was had long been in my grandmother's stash. Okay. I am going to talk to you guys later. Oh, I need to tag people. I honestly don't know who has been tagged on this one. I'm a little late getting the video made. I'm going to go ahead and tag Ray from Ray's Yarn Addiction. I want to tag... I'm thinking about being a little devious, but I don't know if it's too devious. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be devious. Heather the Crochet Witch, you have been vintage shopping lately. I want to see what you think is the most vintage yarn. You have yarn from your grandmother. I don't know. I want to know what you think. Let me know what you think. Is the vintage yarn you've been purchasing lately more vintage than your grandmother's yarn or not? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm tagging you. And then who else should we tag? I always like to try to tag a channel I have never tagged before. I'm trying to think of who I haven't tagged before. I am drawing a blank. I'm going to tag Sam from Mantha's Makes. There you go. 3 tags. Show me the oldest yarn that you can identify in your stash. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.